Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today we're going to be talking about game number 2, which was an absolute disaster for the Carolina Hurricanes, and has left a lot of Canes fans feeling pretty bad about the future of this series, and that the Panthers are probably going to be a 3-time Stanley Cup final appearance maker in a row. So let's talk all about it. But first, if you want to stay up to date on all of the best hockey news, you should subscribe to this channel because it'll be the best place where you're going to find all that stuff out. So subscribe, like this video, and comment that you did that, and I'll love you. Anyways, let's talk about the video. So, Canes losing to the Panthers 5-0 in game number 2. And game number 1 was already rough enough, but I think game number 1 was still kind of like last time that these two teams played. The 2023 series, where it was like the game was close, both teams had their chances, it's just it was really well goaltending. And the Canes had their chances, it's just the Panthers could sink them, right? They knew they were both on the green, had to put it in, but the Canes just couldn't. They couldn't figure it out. Game number 2, though, was the complete, just not that story at all. This was the Panthers game. The Canes looked sad, they looked horrible, and it just feels like the curse is real. It feels like the Eastern Conference Final curse since 2006, when they won it, the Stanley Cup, their only Stanley Cup. Ever since then, they've been on an 0-14 streak. And now 6 of those have come from the Florida Panthers. It just sucks. The Canes just don't have clearly what it takes. The Florida Panthers, being a pretty big Panthers fan, I definitely am more of a Canes fan, but this Panthers team, they don't look like they can lose 7 games to anybody. They don't look like in a best-of-7 series they can lose to anybody. I don't think so. I think, like, sure, people can say, oh, Toronto dragged them to 7, they were that close. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. But, like, I don't see it. I don't see any team being able to possibly take down the depth of Florida. They just simply are amazing all throughout their lineup. If you want to compare them one by one to, like, any team, right? If you want to go, like, best player, and then compare who wins those, another team might get, like, maybe, like, 3 wins, like, maybe, like, Slavin versus whoever the best defenseman for Florida right now is. But other than that, Barkov over Aho, Tkachuk over Svechnikov. You want to compare them to the Oilers, right? Sure, you could say, like, McDavid over someone, but I don't know. McDavid versus Barkov, when it comes to offense, sure, but, like, Barkov is such a complete player, super underrated player. But it's just, like, even if you want to compare that, and then you go to teams, right? Coaching. It's just the Panthers, they have it all. They have what would you just say is the Panthers' weakness, right? I have no idea. I honestly have no clue. They have speed, they have skill, they have talent, they have destruction, they have grittiness, they have enforcers that are their top scorers. Like, it's just unreal, the depth that they have, the defense that they have. Like, sure, you can say, like, oh, well, they don't have, like, a true big number one defenseman like a Hedman or a Pietrangelo. But it's like, do they need one? Forsling, Ekblad, amazing. Seth Jones becoming a great offensive machine. And then just Nico Mikkola. Like, they just have so many great, underrated pieces that are all coached so well into an amazing system. Panthers, unreal machine. They just can't be beat. Bob, he gets a shutout because at the end of the day, no matter, like, all those positions in front of them, right? All those positions, all those lines, everyone playing out there in D pairs. It doesn't matter. Because then when it comes to being in net, Sergei Bobrovsky shuts down everything. The Canes did create some chances, some really good opportunities. But guess what? At the end of the day, Bobrovsky is in net, and he will stop 9 out of 10 even amazing chances, right? He's let in some weak goals throughout this playoffs, which made me kind of think, oh, Carolina, they are a team that just kind of pumps the net with shots. They kind of just shotgun shell and just keep blasting and blasting and blasting at the net. And I thought maybe that means, like, Bobrovsky, who has let in some weaker goals in this playoffs, maybe that'll become an issue. But no, it is not an issue whatsoever. Bobrovsky getting his I think second shutout of this playoffs. He's at least 2. But the one goal that was offsides, I will mention, that was an interesting call, kind of a mean call. Like, Paul Maurice could have let that one slide. I feel like the Canes needed a little bit of a win, but whatever. I guess no goal. I guess it is kind of hard to tell because it is like sure, Brent Burns definitely gets his stick on the other stick of I think it was Kachuk, but was there conclusive evidence to turn over the play? Like, can they definitively say it was Brent Burns' stick that shot the puck in the zone? No doubt his stick hit Kachuk's. But is it not like possible that Kachuk's stick hits the puck and then he whacks his stick to make it go out of play and back into play? I think so. That's how I saw it. Not that it's going to change anything. The Canes are still going to lose, but it's just like that was definitely a goal that felt like, come on. Like after the bad Aho call, after some other really bad misses by the referees, to not give them that little win to make up for it, that wasn't going to mean anything anyways. The Panthers were already dominating them at that point. I feel like they could have given up. But for me, big question though. What is missing for the Canes? Because the Panthers are complete. They don't have to change a single thing. The Hurricanes, what are they going to do to turn this series around, turn everything around, and just, it's only game 2. They can easily win. This is what happened against the Maple Leafs for the Panthers, right? They had 2 pretty bad games, and then they tied it up, and then they got it to game 7 to win, right? There's still plenty of time in this series, especially if the Canes got their act into order. If the Canes could learn, and especially, this is towards Rod, okay? Seth Jarvis is one of the greatest offensive players currently still left in the playoffs. Let him have some amazing time on ice and make the power play revolve around his shot. His shot is one of the best shots I get to see every single time hockey is on TV. He is an amazing accuracy and shot power. If you could get the puck on his stick on a power play, get it to him. Feed it to Jarvis, right? Another thing. Svechnikov is clearly also the offensive dynamo for this team. Stop relying on Aho. Make Aho become a guy that is feeding the pucks to other guys. And another thing, Hall and Stahl, the All brothers, get rid of them. Obviously don't bench them, but they are not helping anything. Stahl has been pretty bad this series. Hall has been not very good at all. And another thing, get Nikishin into the lineup. Nikishin, I think he showed really well in his one game that they got to play in, and I think someone like that just to give that spark to the lineup. Anderson's got to start. Kochetkov is not going to save anything. I don't think goaltending is the problem whatsoever. It's just you need to get this team into an offensive place. They need to possess the puck more. They need to possess into the offensive zone and just limit those chances. Because where is Florida scoring? By setting up, getting guys right in front of the net, there's 2 of the goals were tip shots. 3 of them were just all just right up in the slot, getting close shots and them going into the back of the net. That is how you score goals. You know how you stop that is by getting the other team on the rush. And I think the Hurricanes are really good at stopping rush chances. If you get them on the rush and you shut down those cycles and you get into the offensive zone and you get to do those things, do that. Set up guys right in front of the freaking net. That is the Hurricanes' biggest pivotal problem. And I've said it for years, that they don't know how to score goals. They especially don't have anyone to really show up that score those big goals. And when they happen, how do they happen? It's guys scoring right in front of the net. Whether it's Nathan McKinnon's big goal against the St. Louis Blues a few years ago where he goes from one end to the end, it's because he gets down the ice and he's one-on-one with Binnington and he beats him, right? Look at all these big goals that you ever see on a big, big goals YouTube compilation, right? Those are every single one of those will be either a rebound. It'll be one off, the big LA Kings goal by Alec Martinez, off Hunt Lundqvist, rebound, score, right? The Canes, they just fling shots at the net. They either go wide and they don't cause anything to happen. The Hurricanes, they just need to play better offense. If they played better offense and were more deadly, defense will come. The defense for the Hurricanes is fine. I know it hasn't looked like it, but it is really a fine enough problem. It's just they don't put the Panthers in their place offensively and make them stay on their heels. But I don't know what's going to happen. Because guess what? It's been 6-ish years going through this exact same roundabout thing with this team. So I don't know if Rod Brind'Amour has what it takes to bring that out of his team. I don't know. Or if it is in his team. I don't have a lot of faith in Sebastian Aho at this point. I don't have a lot of faith in a lot of the guys in this team. Not I think, they need to be out of here. They're causing all this problem. But when it comes to getting those big goals, those big moments to really get deeper in the playoffs, I just think Sebastian Aho is a perfect kind of guy to be on the second line. or not be the number one guy if he had another guy in his lineup to be the man. But I think that's missing. I just don't think they have it in their ranks to really overcome a team that is just kind of the Hurricanes, but better in the Florida Panthers. The Panthers, they just do everything right. Everything. They play every single style, and they beat other teams into playing like that. And the Hurricanes do the same thing, but the Panthers are just them, but better. So next game, of course, is in Sunrise, Florida, where the red jerseys will be back on for the Florida Panthers, and the few fans that they have will be in the seats to try to get them to sweep for the second time against the Hurricanes. And I am not excited for Saturday, but we will see what happens. But for me, right now, my new updated verdict for this series is going to be easily... Oh, well, that was a weird way to draw a 4, but I think by the time the Hurricanes figure it out, it'll be too late. And that's all I got to say. Cats in, this is a 4. Ended up being a 9, but whatever. So that is all I gotta say. So thank you for watching this, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and until next time, too sweet, have an amazing day, and ta-ta for now.